and welcome back. I am Fenaqua and we are back on the Unity Survival Multiplayer server, and we are at our base. More specifically, you can see the fancy structure behind us, and if we switch back into first person mode after some renders, you can see the base below us. We've had quite a bit of fun here, but I'm sorry to say this is probably going to be the last episode of Season 1 of Unity. Now, saying that, I don't want anyone to panic, because Season 2 will be here before you know it. Within the week, I should expect. There's been a big push with some of the other members. And while I would have liked to have more time on this map, I think that going into Season 2 is going to have nothing but good things. We're going to be all the same guys that we've had before. I'll be here, you'll be here, and I just can't wait to see what kind of fun and trouble we can get into. So with that out of the way, this is going to be a kind of final server tour. I'm going to take a look very briefly at the things we've done here. Obviously you guys have a chance to go back and look at all of my videos, and you can see most of this being done. You can see things springing up all over the place. But I really want to focus on what some of the other people have been doing, because they are a lot of really awesome people, and if you guys have not had a chance to go see some of their work, I'd love to give you a sample now, and so that way maybe you can go over there, check them out, subscribe to them, and you can start enjoying their content, because they are very awesome, these friends of ours. So very quickly, I don't even think we need to go down there, to be honest with you. I think you can see pretty much everything from here. Over there we have our villager breeder, and we've been in and out of there a lot, especially in some of the earlier episodes we were working in there. We have this little cabin where we got one of the villagers over there, kept it around for nostalgia. We do have a temple right outside of view there, but nothing really important happened over there. There's just a bunch of sand is missing from where I've mined it for making TNT and glass and all that kind of good stuff. So we have the iron farm. Obviously I kind of never got around to actually explaining it on camera. The idea there was going to be I was going to build this one just so I could have some iron to start off with, and then I would build another one out where that dirt pillar is. It looks kind of like a cactus, but it is the brown one, and it's a little bit taller than the other pillars over there. There was going to be another 2 sets of golem spawning cells over there. They were going to lead across this way, and it was all going to be very exciting and very efficient, because it was all going to, and I was going to do more around here too, around this base. So kind of like when we went looking from above, if we could jump a little bit faster, please, that would be nice. Probably could have just enderpearled. So kind of like when we were up here, you would have been able to see them kind of ringing this mountain, these 2 mountains really. I'm not going to talk too much about what I wanted to do. I do want to try and be very positive and look forward, because I do think that this kind of a change is always a positive thing unless you make it negative, right? So I think that's all I'm going to say about what I wanted to do. And I'm going to be well, no, let's take a look at this first. Let's go down there. I didn't actually get a chance to show you guys this. This is the bridge I made. If you remember, this used to be like a cobblestone pillar 1 wide, just going across so I could easily get over my crops without trampling them. And I kind of just made this bridge. Used a lot of different stairs and blocks and fences. I like the way it turned out. It's pretty simple, and it's not like super fancy or whatever. It's got a nice flat top. I just think it's really neat. Very efficient, I guess, is really what I was going for there. And I didn't get a chance to show you that. I did dig a little bit to do an elevator. I was going to put it back in there and then rise it up, but we ended up just using the ladders for this. I don't actually know if I showed you the mine either. You know, there's nothing really fancy. Here's a mine. It's a branch mine. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Mine's not very much done because I didn't do too much branch mining in there. I did a lot of like straight line mining. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for this base. I'm going to cut away and come back to you when I am in spawn, because I think you guys have seen the rails, and, you know, it's rails, whatever. It's all good. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, so here we are back at spawn, at least the nether portion of spawn. This is the nether hub. And I don't remember if I showed you this, but I did work a lot on this. It was me, Flim, who did the floors. Code did a lot of the wall work, some of the ceiling I believe too. And HLG obviously put in a lot of the work to do the original design for the nether hub, which we kind of kept. You know, the quartz and the general style of the green. I think we had the green and the blue, the purple looking stuff. But yeah, that's the nether hub. I'm sure in the next one we're going to have a bigger one. Something more interesting. Maybe we'll do multi-levels. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Obviously, shout out to Kinema, who I think has the only completed nether tunnel out of anybody, except maybe Chrissy. It depends on how far hers goes. No, it's not really another tunnel so much as a tunnel in the nether. Yeah, Kinema put a lot of work into this. It's obviously super impressive because Kinema is a super impressive builder. But also, just like, look at the scale of this. Look at the materials he used. The nether brick actually is pretty easy to get at this point because there's that smelter that we have running basically 24/7 with all our netherrack. We basically have run out of things to smelt with it. Quartz, I think this is dark oak. It may have used spruce, I can't tell. But, you know, logs. He used logs. Look at this. How much wood must that be? And how much iron if he bought it from HLG? I really like that too, just how it's like exposed. I may do something similar. Maybe not with bedrock, but I mean, just, and then the stairs and this whole thing, and it's a big nether tunnel too. It's not short. So yeah, you know, obviously that's a pain that he's put all this work, and now we're going to be changing over the maps. But you know, obviously, massive credit to Kinema because that takes some dedication, right there. Love it, great, good stuff. And I think he did record some of the building of this, so you can always go check it out too. His channel, like all the channels for everyone here, the channels are going to be in the description below, so you can go check them out and go scroll through their videos, and you can find anything that's interesting to you. I really hope that you do because people here are awesome. Let's go out this way. I'm pretty sure I showed this in a video, but I do want to take a look at this before we actually go to spawn. This is the hostile mob darkroom spawner and item farm. So basically we don't need to leave here, and I know I've showed you this before, so I'm probably not going to go. Well, actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to go down and show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to cut away to spawn. That's the plan. So you have the next 2 minutes all planned out in your head. So this is actually the ending chest because there's a hopper in that one. And you can see the amount of crazy items we get from this. We've been mainly interested in the gunpowder so far, I think. These are rare drops, these are rare drops, these are rare drops. I'm actually surprised there's not more zombie flesh. I may have taken most of the zombie flesh. I guess we don't really need bones or arrows. Most people on the server at this point have infinity arrows, so not too much of a demand for that. I think the skeleton spawner is still broken. I think originally someone had designed it and it just didn't work flat out. And then somebody redesigned it and it didn't work to like AFK. You couldn't AFK and come back and just claim your XP. You had to like kill them because it wasn't far enough away from the spawner, so new ones didn't spawn. But that'll be something probably I'm going to put my head into, whatever for the first spawner that we get is, because especially if it's a skeleton spawner, I do have an idea for that, and we may look at that in maybe a design shop episode coming up, depending on how well it works, if it works at all. So this is it from up here. Obviously, if we look down carefully, we can see there's lots of redstone going on. This is the design that has the water flushing system. So there's 4 quadrants. Each one has a dispenser with water, a water bucket, and when it ticks like that, it is activated or deactivated. Well, activated, I guess. And it flushes mobs down. So let's jump down. And we are pretty close to spawn, so this isn't really a big deal. And we could get up if we wanted to, too. But let's get up above the water. And it's actually an ender pearl over there. Let's see if we can hit it. Yeah, I think we missed. Yeah, we missed. Come on, ender pearl. There we go. Oh, wow. It's pretty deep. Pretty deep. Where am I? There we go. Okay, I didn't miss by that much. And that's actually pretty much where I want to be anyway. So, I mean, look at that. That's pretty cool, right? So obviously we have the actual spawning area there with the redstone around the side. This is where we spawn in from the nether. There's a way to get down, and then there's a way to get down further, and that's the kill platform. So they all fall into a row of hoppers, or not a row, but a quadrant, a square unit, a square unit of hoppers, and die, and their drops are collected. They're taking it onto this item elevator, and this one is the part that I helped out with. Mostly this was Tesla while he was on the server, and Kinema did this as well. The items come up here and are expelled into the chests for easy access. This is just kind of there, because it is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, just look at that. That's really cool. And just having the big structures like this that you can just come by and see. Like, when we were coming out, me, Kinema, and Flim were coming out here for some reason. And we walked by it, and it was just, like, there. And I love that. That's so cool. That's my favorite thing. I think I've said this to you guys before. But that is my absolute favorite thing about Minecraft, and specifically playing on a multiplayer Minecraft world, is that you can just run across these things, and you can just look at it and be like, dude, we built that. How awesome are we? So, yeah. I'll meet you guys back in spawn. Okay, so I lied a little bit. You can see that's the weird little structure. Oh, jeez. I'm not wearing armor. It is nighttime. I wish it was not. So yeah, that's the weird little structure. You can see how far we've gone. And I just wanted to come back to show you guys this. This is kind of exactly what I'm talking about. On a world like this, you can go maybe 500 blocks. This is about 500 blocks from spawn. So if we come back, can walk over here, and right over this hill, you can see spawn. I love that. Look at that. And look at that view. I mean, there's that kind of half-finished tower, of course, but other than that, you just come over and you see, you know, the tree being all decorated there. You can see all this torch work. Again, there's Kinema's work. Kinema's hard work. He does love to grind, I guess. He's kind of a masochist, I assume. Not sure I could place each of these blocks in a 5x5 grid over this much space, but hey, you know what? I appreciate the fact that he's done it. So yeah, pretty much exactly what I was talking about over there. You just come over here and you see, wow, look at all these buildings. And the fact that it's spawn makes it no less impressive. Like, the fact that there are all these buildings here that people have specifically built for this, I don't know, it does not at all detract from anything for me. And okay, things should not be spawning up there. What are you doing, jerk? Get out of here. So, okay, here's something. Here's the PvP arena. We'll go inside real quick. Hopefully no code does not want to come in here and just murder us suddenly. I don't think he will. So yeah, here's the PvP arena. It's just, you know, something we threw together pretty quick because people were wanting to PvP and there were some issues of, you know, when is it okay, when is it not. So we built this guy just to be, okay, when you're in here, everybody's on an even playing field. Everyone knows what's going on. We do have this nice little viewing platform over here. Some stands. Very nice, very cool. And it was just a sudden, spur-of-the-moment community build that we did. I think like 6 of us completed it in like, I don't know, an hour. It was amazing. It was really cool. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I think everyone else did too. And this kind of green and blue pattern came out of the nether hub. So let's just walk down the street, I guess, from that. So this is the Emerald Exchange. This is ours, obviously. We have our flags here. We buy and sell emeralds, see books for details. So we have the emerald chest and how to emerald, and there's some stuff in there about how this shop works. And Then there is the exchange rate, and that has all the exchange rates for people who want to buy or sell emeralds. This was done by HLG. I think he did this one alone. And not so much alone as just, you know, by himself. He wasn't being all emo and a loner. This is HLG's as well, as Rare Item Shop. So you can see there's this nice floor. Got some walls. Pretty simple build, I think. Not to say that it's bad or good or anything. Just, you know, nice and easy. And we have some chest pillars over here with nothing in them. I guess those are just for aesthetic purposes. And, you know, we have all of the things that he has for sale here. Has anyone bought anything? No. Or if he has collected it. So that's that. This was actually originally Tesla's. People thought this was Code's, but I do recognize Tesla's building style. Tesla unfortunately left the server after a short time. He didn't feel like it was a good fit, and that makes me really sad because he is a really interesting personality on YouTube, and one of the first people I started following who doesn't show up on a watch now page. I'm gonna add his description as well as some of the other Unity crew who have left the server in this season, at least who've left on good terms. So you can check their channels out too, because everyone we've accepted into Unity has been just amazing, and the fact that they've had to leave or they felt like they wanted to leave, I think it detracted. That's something we'll talk about in a second. I think it detracted, and I think that it just makes me sad, and I wish that things could have maybe worked out better for everybody, because I think this is a really good community. And obviously you do too, or you wouldn't be watching what I assume is like 20 minutes into a video I'd planned on making like 5. So yeah, here's, I claimed it, and I didn't do anything other than put the sign on it. Fen and Flim's House of Shenanigans. I think I literally did not even talk to him about it. I just put that sign up, and yeah, we were talking the other day, and I was like, yeah, I guess it's just, we'll prank people, and that's where they can come to offer us tribute, or tell us or curse us out, or anything like that. So yeah, that was Tesla's. I guess he was going to make a block exchange, so he's going to just sell like cobble and smooth stone and things like that. But yeah, that sign went up, and so nobody took it down, which I like, because, you know, whatever, reasons. I can have reasons. You don't know. You don't know my life. I'm going to run away. That was me running away. I'm sorry. I was going on a tangent. Okay, this, I think Shadow had something to do with. Either he built it or somebody built it for him. It's an Ender Pearl. And I think the idea there was just to bring Ender Pearls back for ease of use for everybody. Kind of a manual project, I guess, but would have been cool nonetheless. Code's Pie Shop. Pumpkin pie, pixel art with some sells pumpkin pies. Pretty self-explanatory. And obviously originally built by Odyssey Matrix. This is Flim's minecart thing. That is the technical term. Instructions. Place minecart on rail, jump in, have fun. Bam, done, easy. And there's a minecart just chilling. We do not need to go on there because we are wasting enough time already. Now we're gonna kind of skim through, la 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 la. This is actually kind of something worth talking about. This is the graveyard. Basically, we put a sign up here for not every one of the members who have left of their own accord, but the last 2 at least, Miok and Tesla. Tesla? He's not Tesla. He's Tesla. It's a hard T to get into that word, for me at least. I have trouble with key as well. Key. Anyway, yeah, so this is a graveyard. I think it may be good to continue this if we have people who drop out next season, or maybe in between seasons. We can create another one on the next server, because I really like the idea of honoring people who maybe for personal reasons or life reasons or whatever their case may be have just had to leave. And I just like that we can keep them in our thoughts and hope that everything is going well with them. So moving on. Let's go this way. This is like, okay, so obviously we have Kingdom's build. I just can't even. Let's go over here. This used to be actually the two towers of HLG. This one got taken down a short time ago after he decided not that it wasn't going to work. You will have seen this in like the first two videos from me, and obviously I'm sure he has some building it. It's basically just a little spawn tower where you can go, you can have a little apartment, a little space to call your own, put up a couple chests, a bed, you know, just something easy before you have to like build something and make a little base somewhere. I don't know, it just saves you a lot of time and energy. Ooh, that did not display for me, that was weird. Okay, so Kinema's house. Boom. Look at this. He did this on his single player world too. I really like that there. I really like it here as well. Polished granite goes really, really nicely with the texture of the, I assume this is a furnace? Yes, furnace. It would have been strange to use anything else because other things use redstone and weird stuff like that. So awesome use of carpets. I think it looks better in the standard texture pack. Video settings. I know he uses faithful at this point, but when he built it, he was using normal. I can't remember where I'm going. Options, resource packs. Let's put this back. This may take a second to load. I do have faithful 64. So yeah, it looks a little bit better like this, I think, as far as like a carpet goes. It looks very odd in the Codecraft because it is just meant for I don't, you know, I've seen this before with like leaves and then the cauldron. I don't understand what it's supposed to be because there's water there, right? Like, is this just because, does it look better when you're just on a low tech video setting? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. I just don't even know. I just can't even. Oh, he's got a little plant. He's got a tree. That's awesome. Just climbing on his bed. Haha, I'm jumping on your bed, Kinema. What are you gonna do about it? Probably kill me, actually. These are kind of, yeah, I don't know. I suck at PvP, basically, is what I'm saying. Let's go back here. He's got a nice little garden area. This actually goes into a cave system that I fell into over there somehow, and I came up over here. It was really weird. I was confused. Kinema's furnace, room, and workshop. Oh yeah, this is where he's got his auto smelter and things. Auto smelter and things. He should really put that into the nether furnace. Just saying. And then the bridge over there is you can get to the other side without swimming. And over here we have Code's villager / item farm, and he did take this away, which is good. This has been running since last night, I think, because last night we pranked him. Flim, Kinema, and myself, we put poppies everywhere. Like, I think we had like 7 stacks of poppies, and we put them like all over the place. We made a second level, like 3 blocks high of dirt, and like covered that in poppies. It was a lot, and there were no golems, and they were all the villagers were in there. Shh, where are you? Go, shut up. Obviously he moved them up. He moved the doors, so it's working, I guess, now, because when I came on this afternoon / evening, that is the payment chest, wrong one. There was this basically. So. And it is in the spawn area, so it's going to be running 24/7, unlike mine where you actually have to AFK there. Obviously the downside of this is that it does create some lag for the server. The same with the chicken farm and pretty much everything else. I know a few people had like animal pens in their houses. That created quite a bit of lag as well. So the reason that this spawn area got so low frame rate is because of those issues where those entities had to be loaded and ready to go. And I'm actually going to switch back into the coded craft. Okay. You can see that I have a bunch of texture packs that I had been trying out. I do think the chicken looks way better in the coded craft texture pack. Obviously it's just more bold and there's less wooliness to it. You know, just me. So we do have the chicken farm, which is just kind of a staple of the server. It's, I think, one of the first builds that it ever had. You can tell because it's like brick and cobble, and it looked pretty terrible before I came in, and it still does not look great. Oh, somebody built this thing here? Oh, I didn't even see that. Wow, I wish I didn't know this was here. I guess, oh, you know what? This has got to be new. Wait, no, I'm confused. Whatever, it's all fine. Yeah, so chicken farm. Obviously, or not obviously, but I did change things around a bit. I think that's not going to be far enough. Nope. So I did change things around a little bit, as we'll see here. So we have one cell. We used to have another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. And then we had these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ones over on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there were 20. Whoa, hi. That shouldn't have happened. There were 24 spawning cells, or something stupid like that. Tons and tons of hoppers, which are considered entities as well, and they do have ticks that they have to obey, and the server has to scan for. So having that many chickens and that many hoppers and all that stuff, it does contribute quite a bit to lag. So originally when I came on the server, one of the first redstone-y type things I did was actually rework this so it was much, much simpler and created a bit less lag. Let's go here because we're standing on top of it. This is Chrissy's shop. This is her riddle shop. Solve the riddle shop, heart. And I think she's only had one riddle so far, but let's see if she has updated it. I don't think so. No. We see it once a year, twice a week, and never in a day. What is it? Once a year, twice a week, never in a day. I feel like it's something to do with calendars. She said, I think she said it in the Skype chat at one point. I can't remember. And I didn't really feel like putting too much thought into it when I first read it, so I'm not sure what it actually is. So we have a death games over here. It uses a button system. I'm not actually sure how death games work, so I couldn't really say, but people were saying it should have probably used a hopper timer or something. I don't know. If it does, I'm happy to set one up for anybody who needs it. This is HLG's house. He's got his little basement here. This is pretty cool too. I like the use of the glass. The what do you call that? That thing, that glowstone. What do you call that glowstone thing? So yeah, like here we have, he's got his cows here, and I think he had, no, he didn't have. He just had the cows, and then there's his wheat or whatever. I think one of the things I'm going to suggest for the next map is that we don't have things like this in spawn, and that we maybe have a dedicated area outside of spawn for farms. And if there's like something that requires to be in spawn to be very efficient or whatever, we can consider putting 1 or 2 things there, but really it should just be like shops and houses, you know? Just kind of nice builds that we can come by, and that can be where we all hang out. So good, I checked that area. Let's go over here because it's very, very short. Ta-da! Alright, so Town Hall. Unity SMP Town Hall. We got the American flag. I think that's a Maltese flag. British flag. British flag. And this is meant to be a Canadian flag. Obviously, there's not really a way you can get a maple leaf. It kind of just looks like a Japanese flag that's been like dipped in dye on either side. I mean, I don't know. But hey, you know what? It's the thought that counts. There's a lot of Canadians on this server, and even though I don't live in Canada, I am a Canadian citizen, so I count as one of them. So there. Yeah. And we can see everyone who's made a banner. This side has gotten really sparse. That's weird. Kinema, me. Kinema's flag is cool. My flag is amazing. Dimestress, I think he may have just thrown things together. I think he said that. It still came out pretty good, I think. Chrissy, who made the heart, which is adorable, and I want it. May do something with that for my next banner on the next season. Unity SMP Shadow. He's got that Oxide Daisy. Yeah. Code Traps. He's got nice and simple. Oh, does he have lines on there? Yeah, he's got a couple. He's got like a line bisecting. That's cool too. Very subtle. I like. Demo, I guess, never got a chance to make one. And Flimwad. I don't actually know how he made that, but it's really cool. I guess it has something. Yeah, I just don't know. I can't really. I mean, there's obviously like the mini chevrons, and I guess it's like a blue background. I just don't even know. Like there's slashes, I guess, through it. Oxide daisy. Just a lot of things happening there. Really cool. Over here, J Skulls. And J Skulls, unfortunately, is like 8 hours ahead of me. So it's really hard to get on with him. But he's a really cool guy. We've talked about redstone stuff a little bit. In the times when we're kind of both awake but not really playing. So yeah, I really hope that going forward we get a chance to do some more stuff together because he is a really fun guy and really intelligent too. I mean, all you other losers, like, pff, dummies. I'm kidding, obviously. And Thrash is, again, one of those people. I think he has had a kid, and so, I say a kid, he has a baby now. And a baby, if you are not aware, requires quite a bit of time. And Achilles also is really new, and I guess hasn't had a chance to make a banner. So I guess I kind of assume he's on a baby schedule, so, you know, baby wakes up at 2 a.m., you tend to be up at 2 a.m. to do all your stuff too. And there's HLG obviously sitting up front, and that was going to be something, but we kind of never got around to it. Moving along. We have Odyssey's bookshop, which is still up, though Odyssey's not on the server currently. There's Thrash's awkward bottle. Thrash module shop, the awkward bottle. I really love this design. It's so cool. There's like a cork on the top. There's that little like banner thing there. What do you call that? I don't even know. But like the water and the blue glass, just really, really solid. That's exactly the kind of thing that I want to see in the next season. I want to see shops like that, and not so much shops like mine. Although I think my shop has some stuff going for it too, to be perfectly honest. Let's go across this way. This was formerly the bakery, currently Chrissy's Food Market. This was designed by Awkward Porpoise, Awkward Porpoise? Something about that. I can't remember. I never really interacted with him. He kind of left the server before I got there. Another person who was on the server but left for reasons of his own. Although I don't think I ever got a chance to actually subscribe to his channel or even get a link, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to put that below. Pumpkin pie, cake. I actually got some cake for helping Christy with something. I can't remember what it was, but I got 2 cakes and I used them frivolously and it was amazing. Mutton, steak, payment chest. I think there's a hopper underneath, I think, too. Okay, pardon me for yawns. Sweet. Pork, chicken. So good stuff. Nice variety of food if you're into that sort of thing. I'm good with my steak. I'm a steak kind of guy. Steak and eggs. There's an egg farm over there. I was going to go grab some, but I don't think the pun is worth it. I guess Dimestress does not have anything in the shop, but that is Dimestress' shop. Kind of that modern design. We'll look at his house too in a second. It's sort of a similar theory, but we'll talk more about that. This was just a weird, stupid joke between me and Thrash, and he recorded some stuff, but we weren't in a call. We weren't talking at all. I didn't even bother recording it because I was just like having too much fun. We were just basically goofing around, and we blew some stuff up. There's like a gigantic hole underneath here. But yeah, there used to be a TNT block here, and I think a creeper blew up right next to it when somebody was in the area, and it blew up the TNT block, so there was a bigger explosion than there maybe should have been, and part of Dimestress' house got blown up. So, moral of the story is, we gotta make sure we got torched places, people. Anyway, moving along, we have some more of Kinema's work over here. This is the House of Clay, because he has the mace, obviously. He currently has like 64 full chests of clay, something stupid like that. Because, yeah, reasons. And I'm sure he's enumerated on them in his videos, and you can go check them out. But right now he's selling 1 diamond, or he's selling 4 stacks of clay for 1 diamond, which is a pretty sweet deal if you need clay. Because if you need clay, you tend to need a lot of it. Yeah, so that's his shop. And I think he also sells the brush too. Or he did, I guess. I guess he moved it out because now he has to move all the clay. So yeah, there's that. If we go over here, this is Code's house. Oh, actually, no, let's talk about this side first. This is... What did I do? I guess I just hit the button. Anyway, melon farm, pumpkin farm. Green, orange. Pretty self-explanatory. Uses a fancy switch up there, daylight sensor with a monostable circuit. So basically it pulses instead of just triggering, which is really neat, and I have to do in my single player world because I actually have something similar, and even though I haven't been playing it, it's sort of there, and I don't know, it's just reasons. Anyway, Code Trap's house. Code Trap's crib, excuse me. Okay, he's got a TV. It's got a big fluffy couch, except for it's got a hard cushion. Not a fan of that. Oh, he's got this thing. Whee! It doesn't actually... Oh, wait, yeah, I guess you gotta do it this way. Oh, wait, I missed. I'm terrible at this. There we go. That's cool. So instead of putting stairs up here, he's just got that. I like that. That's cool. So he's got his chests of things. And then he can jump down onto it. And go into the basement. And it's a pretty decent build, too. And just a room, I guess. Excuse me, just a room. I guess he had some chests in here as well. And then he moved them up there. That's awesome. Anyway, let's move along. Out we go. So this is mine, ours. And Code did build this right in front of us, which is unfortunate because he did have a larger build, but it's okay. Redstone Renovation Sink, there's the flag. We can take a look at some of the things. There's the armor that I've been wearing. I actually made an armor stand finally. I think that's like the second armor stand I've ever made in the history of my Minecraft playing. But yeah, that's the armor that I've been wearing for most of this season. I think I only lost one set of armor and then I made that. And that was a few months ago, so actually that's lasted me a pretty good time. We got some redstone signal going on under here. If you didn't get a chance to see it, let's take a look at that real quick. Just take some of this up. And we'll go down. Just take some out. Since it's ours, why not? So you can see there's like a little clock here. It's a circular deal. And it feeds into here, and there are... You can see how it kind of pulses in different lengths because the delay is different. The delay is shorter on this side and then goes to longer on this side. That's pretty much the deal there. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, and over there you can kind of see some of the stuff. I did talk about that in detail. That's for the TNT explodey bits. Basically the harmless TNT jump scare that I've made and got a bunch of people with, which was fun, and I think I just broke that a little bit, but that's fine. I don't think there's any TNT in here, but let's hit it. Give the button a press. There's no water in it either. Oh yeah, there is. Good. There's just no TNT to be all distracting. Little hint as to what's to come. I never got any orders in this. I'm just saying. We're going to be doing a different kind of shop in the next go-around. Crap chest, kind of more crap chest. Bed. Chair. This is kind of the house that I have in spawn, and I guess I put it there for no reason. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And moving along, over here we have the end of the road, because I guess somebody wanted to continue it. Gold blocks, wow, people got kind of rich with this, jeez. Cacti farm items do not take clothes. Yeah, cactus farm. Because everybody wants cactus, right? No, it's a lie. Nobody wants cactus for anything except for dying things. And this is going to be the slime farm. You can see the slime being all slimy and sliming his way down to the slime killer. Goes in, goes up, goes down, drowns, breaks up. We're not going to see his drops for a while because he is such a big slime and he has so much health. So yeah, but you can see, I don't think, if nobody's taken recently. Yeah, so you can see how much slime we have. And basically, if you chill here for like 10 minutes, you have more than enough slime for pretty much any task that you might need. Is this the 100% most efficient design? No. In fact, there are other slime chunks around that we could have done. We actually could have gone out this way, I think, and there's one there. There may be one right here. So like we could have made like a gigantic one with water flushing systems and like pulses of redstone that go all the way through and just knock everything off and create more spawning priorities. Hi. That's what I assume that says. Little viewing platform. So we've looked at this before pretty recently because this is pretty new. And you can see all the glass and all of the brick down the sides. So when I tell you that this slab structure takes up one entire chunk, and that I think this is what, 3 wide, you can see just in terms of how much the, like, not circumference, but the perimeter of this must be, how many blocks that is, and then to go all the way down from level, level 61 until level 2 basically is where the stone goes, and the glass on that side. So you can imagine he did this in like a day, so you can imagine what that looked like. So there's Flim's house. He's just gonna stare at us. It's fine. I'm gonna go into your house and junk up your stuff. Heads up. There's Flim's signs again. He's pretty cool with that. Okay, so that's cool. He's got a really cool house. He's another guy who's really into technical stuff, so it's really fun to sort of collaborate with him. There's the knockback pie. He uses that as his weapon. He's just got cool stuff like this. You know, just neat. Really neat. Yeah, he's got this kind of thing with the jumps and the slime blocks. He's more into slime blocks than I've been. I've actually kind of been getting more into some slime block knowledge because of Flim. Just, you know, kind of trying to, not so much trying to, as just kind of like, I've been exposed to it more, so therefore I've been interested in it. Hi, sheep. He has no grass down here, and somebody sheared him, so he's a naked sheep from now on, basically. Poor guy. It's okay. He's got this thing here, and this is open. Should this be open? I'm kind of nervous to go down here. Oh, wow. Look at that. I did not even know this was here. Wow. No wonder he didn't want the server reset. That's all quartz. Jeez. Interesting. Okay, let's head up. Oops, I kind of messed that up a little bit. Whee! Okay, cool. Ow. He hit me with the knockback pie. Alright, so yeah, that's Flim's house. Just kind of neat. Bunch of redstone stuff, kind of like mine, just his are more slime-based and functional in nature. That is a TNT cannon that he designed. So let's go over there and look at that, because that actually makes a lot of sense that we can keep the theme going. There's some blocks randomly. Okay, that's neat. Alright, so yeah, this is kind of a memorial to our failed attempts at TNT dispensers and cannons and such. He eventually wised up and built it out of obsidian, but we did blow up like 3 different designs before we figured out that what we wanted to do here. And basically, I'm not going to turn it on because I don't think there's TNT, and I don't feel like finding sand. But you can see if we look over here, it does launch all the way over here. And it hits this wall and kind of made its own little deal over here, and then it goes down there, and that's pretty much where it stops because it does run out of time. Because it does sit for a minute on the slime blocks and it just fly through the air, so, you know, can't go all the way to bedrock. It's not a dropper, so, you know, only so much you can do. But yeah, that's totally his design. Well, mostly. It's mostly his design, and, you know, I helped, and a bunch of us who were just kind of dicking around helped too, so, you know. Hooray! This used to be a little pond that Dimes just made, and then Code and I want to say HLG kind of pranked him a little bit, but we'll come back to that. I want to go by the road. Here is HLG's tree, wood shop hidden in a tree. 6 iron for a stack of wood of any kind, so it's a pretty sweet deal. It is hidden though, so there's a spawn tree, and there's this one which is just a little bit wider. So yeah, it's easy to move past and not even think about. Here's Dimester's house. And you can see what I mean. There's kind of like, so if you look at this shop over there, how it's got the bold dark color and then the light. Same idea here. And then, you know, there's the cobble fence, cobble wall, and A little bit of quartz on this side, and I don't think he built anything in here. No, he pretty much just did the outside. So pretty much just like me. I thought that was some kind of weird armor. That was strange. And it was, just was not on the armor stand. He's got his grass. Like his fake grass, obviously. It's clay. And Jace Claw has a house of wool. And this is another one that, with the texture pack, I think looks really awesome. Because it does look so much like a tent. And like, kind of like a circus tent. Whereas with the standard, the default textures, it looks kind of more like a carpety mess, really. Did you restock it? No, it's all been sold out. Obviously, 2 people came by, or some person came by with 2 for 2 stacks, but he had 3 or 4, so he's done a good business. This was going to be Achilles' house. I'm pretty sure he will not finish it at this point. Public fishing hut. Obviously, there's no fishing at this point. Hey Dime, it looks like you had an underground volcanic eruption. Love HLG and code. So I think if we were to pop open one of these, I don't actually. Well, you know what? Whatever. We'll just pop it open. Yeah, you can see there's still water underneath. They didn't like actually stone over all the water. They covered it up with stone and put this up in the middle. So there's just a little bit down there, and then the rest of it's just covered. So there is plenty of water down there still. And if we were going to be playing longer, I'm sure that this would have been cleaned up already. This is the minigame we designed. This is the Redstone Minesweeper game. You can check out my video on it for all the deets. But for now, just know that it was really fun. And I would have liked to play some more. If I had a disposable source of TNT, like if I was actually getting all sorts of sand and not using it right away, I would definitely be playing this a little more often. But it's really fun, and I really love designing it. I think it turned out really nicely. And just some of the solutions I came up with for the problems of individually making it here and just the game itself, I really liked. So, good memories here. Very nice memories. Some instructions along the top. We played with some people, and it was really fun. I think almost finally. We have Shadow Stable, which never actually opened. I would have liked to have bought a horse around here. Or at least hired somebody to go and find my horse. Jeez, I mean, I don't know if you guys actually saw the horse on camera, but he's like 6,000 blocks away from here. It's kind of ridiculous. Here's Thrash's house, and oh, my voice is getting a little bit flanged, almost flanged. It's weird. That's his house. That's all his stuff. Let's go up here, and you can see the. There's no minecart here. That's unfortunate. I was going to ride it, but it's okay. Know that it's really cool. You can see all the fences that he used. I'm pretty sure this was before 1.8. I'm pretty sure. I can't be... I'm not 100% on that, actually. So I don't know. I have no idea, actually. I'm not even going to try and guess. But basically, all these fences, look at how much that cost. Like, the amount of time then also to put that in and not fall off and all those sorts of things. Just, wow. And when did he find time? Because, you know, dude's got a baby. And I assume a job. Well, I mean, raising a baby is a full-time job, really. Even if he doesn't, you know? You know, people? Come on. Come on. Yeah, so there's a skeleton farm out there. That's the one I was talking about. Right there. And, yeah, some more farming stuff over here. But I think that is pretty much it for the tour today. Is there anything else that we should look at? We did our base. We did Kinma's Tunnel. And I think for each of everybody's individual bases, if you want to take a look at what they've done outside of spawn, your best bet is to go and look at their channels. I know that HLG has done some stuff over there. I'm not sure how much of it he recorded, but he's done some work. Kinema has a bunch done, obviously, because he is such a crazy, hardworking kind of guy. And I'm sure other people have stuff too. I know Christy's got a house that's it's a little ways from spawn. There's weird noises happening. I don't know what that is. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna run over here to do this because you know it just feels right. I have had so much fun with you guys, with the guys on Unity. Some of you guys are going to be the same. Some of you guys are going to be different, obviously. But you know, I love this. I love playing with you guys, and I love getting your feedback. both on what I've done and how I'm doing things. So I really hope that you guys will join me and join all of us on Unity for the next season. It's going to come along really quick. Really quick. Just wait and see. If you have not already, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Fenaqua Plays. I will give you all the heads up that you will ever need once everything is set in stone. That's also a great way to find me if you want to be a part of any stream that I'm doing. I'm often looking for people to do stuff with. So in terms of like just chatting with on the stream, maybe I'm just, building something kind of boring and I just want someone to chat with. Or if that means maybe I'm doing a mini game and I'm looking for somebody to join me, that could be a really neat way to get involved. So I'm at Fenaqua Plays. I know Kinema has his. I think he's at Kinema Gaming. I have no idea what anybody else is, so you will have to look on their channels and find out from them. But like I said, they're all going to be down in the description. Unity, survival multiplayer, server's going strong. We are going to take a break and then we'll be back for season 2. I love all of you guys. If I had a mouth as an Enderman, I would kiss you, but I don't, so I won't. You're welcome. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great, awesome day, and I will see you all in season 2.